Good day, everybody. Welcome back to another topic. It is Monday, the 7th of August, and I am here to do another video. So today we're going to talk about tax planning. But before we jump into tax planning, let me introduce myself. So my name is Shane Harris, also known as Shane the Negotiator in the social media streets. And I help coaches, consultants, and service providers who are overwhelmed and lack guidance to achieve true financial freedom. And I do that by using expert tax and coaching services. That is what I do. That is who I help. So today we're going to talk about tax planning. So tax planning is crucial for coaches, consultants, and service providers. It's crucial for everyone that has a business, but I'm speaking directly to the coaches, consultants, and people who are in the service of business. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why tax planning is important. So number one, it allows you to maximize your deductions. So effective tax planning allows the providers to identify and claim all the eligible deductions. These could include expenses related to your marketing, professional development, office supplies, travel, and so many more things. By maximizing deductions, you can reduce your taxable income, resulting in a lower tax liability. So those deductions and credits, they are different. So tax deductions lowers your taxable income, and tax credit lowers the amount that you have to pay in taxes. It lowers your tax liability. So some of those professional development, some of those deductions can be whatever you pay for your tax planning and tax services. So if you paid a professional last throughout the year, or last year to file your taxes, to do any type of tax planning, to do any type of record keeping or bookkeeping, if you paid any lawyers, if you paid any insurance, all of those fall underneath professional development. And office supplies, of course, if you have your virtual business, most of you, if you're service providers, coaches, and consultants, you have virtual business. So the supplies that you purchase for your home office, they are part of office supplies. Of course, travel. So travel, this is if you're traveling for business purposes, not if you're going on vacation, of course. So some of those travel can be like if you are doing a speaking engagement someplace. So like, for instance, in July, I went to Panama. I had a speaking engagement in Panama. That was 100% deductible, and that goes underneath tax planning. So by maximizing your deductions, you can reduce your taxable income, as I said, resulting in a lower tax liability. So if you can take advantage of all kinds of deductions that's potentially available to you, the taxes that you may have to pay, it may not be as high as if you did not take advantage of these deductions. So that's one of the reasons why tax planning is crucial for this type of business, for these types of businesses. So number two, managing your cash flow. So tax planning helps in managing cash flow effectively by estimating and budgeting for tax obligations throughout the entire year. So you can ensure that you have enough funds set aside to meet your tax liabilities when it's time to pay them. So this prevents unexpected financial strains, of course, during tax season. So managing cash flow, what does that look like and how does it fall into tax planning? So by setting up a budget. So if you plan ahead, so throughout the year, if you're doing some type of tax planning, you're working with professional, you can estimate what your income is going to be throughout the year. Every quarter, you can do that, do an estimation or to do a check-in every quarter to see where you are, how much money you made, how much was spent in your business, and then figure out what your estimated taxes are. And a part of the budget, you can set a budget up by putting the monies aside in a separate tax account. You can create an account and label it taxes, and you put them monies away monthly so that every quarter when it's time to potentially pay those estimated taxes, the funds are available for you to make those payments. So that would help you with your cash flow management so that when it's time to actually file your taxes by April 15th for individual filers, if you are a partnership or you are a S corporation, that is March 15th is the due date for that one. And if you are a C corporation, the due date for your taxes is May 15th. So with this, when it's time to file those taxes, if you end up owing any taxes, you have the tax account because you've been budgeting throughout the year. You have hopefully paid some estimated taxes, but if you still short a little bit, you won't worry because you have been budgeting for that because you've been properly managing your cash flow. So number 3, compliance and avoiding penalties. So tax laws and regulations can be complex and subject to frequent changes. Tax law changes so many times, especially during 2020 when during COVID, I mean, not during 2020, in 2020, during COVID, tax laws were changing almost by the minute. There was so many different new tax credits that was being implemented, that was given. There was the COVID credit that was given. Of course, we had some credit for child tax credit. There was guidance on unemployment. So remember at that time, people were getting unemployment and they wasn't quite sure how that was going to be taxed, if they was going to be taxed, and they end up coming up with 20 the first 20,000 or 10,000, I can't remember, was tax free. And then they had to figure out, give us the guidance on where on the tax form to put that. So tax laws changes so rapidly. It's and you sometimes you blink your eye and the tax law changes. So proper tax planning ensures that you coaches, consultants, and service providers comply with all the tax requirements and deadlines for your state and of course for federal. Failing to meet these obligations can lead to costly penalties and interest impacting your business financial health. Now, I do not want you guys to get into any troubles or issues when it comes to filing your taxes. Doing tax planning is going to be beneficial to you. I know many of you are afraid of taxes. When you hear taxes, it make you nervous, it make you start sweating. You want to put it to the side. You don't want to think nothing about it because it can be complex. However, in this stage of the game with your business, it is best to get with a professional. If you don't have a professional that you're working with, and it's best to work with a professional that is in your niche because they are going to be the experts in your particular field so that they can give you the most up-to-date information and the most expert advice for your particular type of business. So if you don't have such expert at hand, you can always reach out to me and I will be able to assist you with that. So I have Profit First Taxes and I have Self Before Abundance. Both of those are my businesses. Profit First Taxes, I help you with your tax planning, tax services, and bookkeeping and accounting services and some payroll. And if you want business coaching, where this is a more done with you service, where I can help you to help you and show you how to structure your business and have those structural foundations in place for your business, you can reach out to me also through Self Before Abundance, and we can talk about those things. So that link is in the description for you to reach out to me. It's one link. You click on that link and it says appointment, tax and accounting. You can reach out to me to start to implement tax planning, take a look at it, look at your last year's return and see if it's even possible to implement some tax planning. We can possibly go back and amend some of your returns if need be. However, you can click the link there and schedule some time. Or if you want some coaching services or to find out more about the business coaching, you can click that same link in the description and click on Coaching Discovery, and I'll be able to assist you there. So thank you for joining in on this Monday Night Live. And until I come back with some more tips, information, and more advice, you guys have a great Monday.